Hey, so the Pegasus Warlords of South London are hosting another Operation Aldershot. This one is a Recon Rumble. Recon Rumbles have been doing the rounds lately. A lot of players, a lot of TOs have been talking about Recon Rumbles, and it's actually a really, really fun thing. The only thing that you're basically doing is you're scaling the game down to 500 or 750 points. And it means that you can play faster games, and it means that your army builds become different. The only thing that I think you should really consider for that format is you should consider what some sort of comp, because at least 3 units are going to be. It it can turn into something nasty, right? If you're playing 500 points and you're bringing 200 points of 3 units, maybe you shouldn't. So, but I wanted to show you the pack, which I got from Pegasus Warlords, and I also wanted today to try and build a list for Operation Aldershot. I don't think I'll have time to go. It's in October, and my fall is very, very full. So, but it's like one of those things where I really want to at some point. Because their events just look so much fun. Right, let's go and see the pack itself. So this is Operation Aldershot, the pack. Time spent in reconnaissance is seldom wasted by Erwin Rommel. Right, so the event is, oh, that was quick, is held at the game shop in Aldershot, and it takes place over a single day. So you have 4 games, and that's what you can do with Recon Rumbles, right? Um, and look at the time here, 9:30 to 11:15. So it's 1 hour and 45 minutes. That is very, very good. I think at the maximum 2 hours. I ran an 800 point event with 2 hour limits. You can absolutely finish the game in that time. Bring your army, your paraphernalia, all of that. All of that's good. Right. The scoring is a little bit weird because they are actually awarding points for paint and for early submittance of the armor lists. So there's a lot of points that you can score, and I think you really should try to do that. If you're going to go and try to win an event, don't just go to try and win the games. Try to win the event itself. So keep to the format. Make sure your army is fully painted. Make sure you hand in your list early. Make sure everything and don't ever concede a game, because that will give you 0 points. I like that. Um, so even if you're like being tabled completely, you still can get 1 point, which is cool. Each game has a maximum of 10 points, so it's a lot of points you can score. That's 50 points across the tournament. So a lot of point. Right. Now, the format here. And this is what gets interesting, because I'm going to try and build one list for this, right? So single generic reinforced platoon, 750 points, no armor above 7 plus. Interesting, which means that we're not going to see many armored vehicles. We can still see Bren carrier spam. Maybe white scout cars. Hanomags, not so much, I don't think so, because they're expensive. But we might see a few 7 plus early war tanks as well. A maximum of 1 artillery piece and 1 flamethrower. Okay. Uh, that doesn't bother me. Once you're in the single generic reinforced platoon, it only really bothers French and Belgians. No horse or mule toes. Oh, poot! I really wanted one of those. Officer and the 2 compulsory infantry squads needs transport to carry all of them. What counts as transport here? Because I have an idea already. A maximum of 2 forward deploying units. Okay. No dice limit, no free units. Like it. I like it, because free units just skew the. Yeah. Any truck with a capacity of 12 plus, no weapons added, can add a pistol mod MG. Right. Armies of. Right. Extra rules. MMG teams cause D2 pins. Lovely. That might make them worth it. Smoke is randomized, not placed by opponent. Okay. No turret jam, no canister shells, armored vehicles are not removed. Yep, soft skins are not removed. Cool! Right. Let's try and build a list for that, shall we? I'm going to Easy Army. And I've been on a partisan rush here lately. So I am going to build a partisan reinforced platoon. I haven't finished painting my partisan yet, but I'm taking them to the tournament here in Denmark in November. Um, and I'm bringing no tanks. I'm going to experiment with bringing a minor nation, bringing no tanks, taking up the challenge of trying to do well with something that people think is decidedly average. But what would I do? Now, the first thing I would do is I would ask the TOs, does horses count for transport? Because if they do, this is what I'm building. I'm going to go and get myself a second lieutenant, inexperienced. I'm buying him an extra man. And for these, you can't type it into Easy Army, but for these, I'm going to get horses because I'm going to buy cavalry squads. Partisan cavalry. Here we go. I will buy 8-man squads. 1 and 2. And the clever thing is, if horses count as transport, then I'm suddenly transporting all the necessary units here, and I haven't bought extra like trucks, what have you. Right. That was good. That's a good basis. That is 234 points. So now I'm going to get myself a machine gun team. Why? Because they give D2 pins. I'm going to make it inexperienced because it's not good. But, you might get the D2 pins out of it. For 35 points? Okay, I'll try. I'm also getting myself an inexperienced medium mortar because it's lovely. I'm getting all the good teams here, right? I'm getting myself a sniper team as well, regular. 354. I'm getting myself a bazooka. Am I? We're not going to see many tanks, are we? No, I think I will skip this. I'm not sure I'm going to need a bazooka. But I can take one artillery piece, so I'm getting myself a light howitzer. I'm buying it regular, because then I can shoot directly. That's 404 points. Now, for infantry, I am going to go with the inexperienced partisans, the pistoleros. Look at this. Look at what I can do. I can take 20 pistoleros, giving them all pistols for -3 points per man. Doom, doom. And, right. So that's, what was it, 70, 80 points. I'm getting myself one more. This is 2 huge blobs of infantry, 20-man units. Whatever they're going to go into close combat with, which is what they're going to try and do, is going to be absolutely smothered in bodies. They're just going to die. Tough fighter on 20 guys. It's just a question of rolling enough dice. Right, there we go. I'm also getting myself a flamethrower, because that's really good. You can take it in experience with partisans, which I think is an interesting idea, but possibly not worth it, because the flamethrower is also unreliable, so it runs out on a 1 or a 2, which sucks a little bit, but not a massive amount. I'm getting myself a car for that, inexperienced, because it doesn't need to be anything else. Right. Still have the points, though, for a bazooka if I want one. But maybe I should just take an anti-tank rifle team instead. 30 points. That's good reach. I like it. Right. And at this point, I can actually still spend a few points. but only 3 points extra. So I think I should just pick off one rifle. So sorry, pick off one of these pistols and give him a rifle. That will give that one unit a little bit of range. Right, that is 740 points. Let's review it. So, my partisans for Operation Aldershot will be 13 order dice, 750 points, because I'm buying 2 horses for my lieutenant and his helper. That'll be 2 cavalry squads of 8 men, regulars. They are tough fighter, of course, because they're cavalry. Really nice outflankers. Then I have inexperienced partisan horde, 3 units here. One of them has a rifle because I had the extra points, so he can maybe try and reach out a little bit and pin something. But the rest of them are just pistoleros, just there to charge. And be bodies. Basically, I'm setting down 60 models to fill out my front rank, to try and keep the enemy at bay. If they move up to me, especially if they're moving up with Bren carriers and engineers and stuff like that, I'll charge them. Then we have a flamethrower team, which goes into a civilian car, a medium machine gun team to sit there and deliver pins, an inexperienced medium mortar to sit behind my partisans. Once I get rid of, or if I can outflank or just, pie slice so he can't see me, the enemy sniper, it will move out and try to kill something. A sniper team to try and kill enemy flamethrowers, which is the main worry I have with my partisans here. If I can't charge them in time while they're in the trucks, in the Bren carriers, flamethrowers will kill my inexperienced partisans. So, an anti-tank rifle team, which goes on ambush for those Bren carriers. A light artillery piece, which can shoot indirectly or directly. Yep, and a civilian car for my flamethrower. That is it. That's what I would bring to Operation Aldershot. Right. To everyone going, good luck. And to Pegasus Warlords, thank you so much for sending me the pack. It looks lovely. I hope you have a fun time. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.